I want to show you how to swing trade around a day job and trade it right through. Hi, and a warm welcome to one and all. For those of you who have not seen me before, my name is Langers, and I am the coffee-driven Scruffy trader. And what I'm trying to do is kind of put trading in the real world. Maybe show you a trick or two along the way. So if that sounds good, please click the little subscribe button. It genuinely helps. And if you are subscribed, smash the bell icon. So why am I doing this? Well, I connect with a number of the guys all the time. I do get messages here, there and everywhere. And the majority of the messages I get come from people who work. And they'll see what I do as a day trade, which is my job. But they haven't got the luxury of being at the screens all the time. And the other week I did a swing trade right through and went through the disciplines of the different types of trader. And due to human nature, we all need to eat, and in order to eat we need to work, and that means time is limited. So you really come down to being a swing trader. And I like to show things consistently, and that's exactly what I'm doing this week. So I'm putting on another swing trade this week and I'll run it through. I've already told the guys in the Scruffy squad what it is, how it's made up and why it's made up, and this is all done well in advance of the trade being taken. So unless I've got one of these, the only way it'll be successful is if I actually know what I'm doing. And contrary to belief, I do. I make a living out of it. So I'll quickly show you the setup, and then I'll do the same as what I did before. I'll break it up and I'll show you each time that I've monitored it, and we'll see the progression over the course of the week. And the guys in the Scruffy squad will see it daily as it's progressing anyway. If you're interested in sort of coming a part of the Scruffy squad and a community that genuinely cares and helps, you'll find all the sort of specs etc in the description below. And I know I talk about it a lot, but I am very proud of the guys, and especially since I've seen them go from zero into actually making a little bit of money. So let me have a look and I shall show you. So this is the Scruffs. As you can see, well, we have a chat about everything, to be honest. It was my dinner today. I was in the pub while these lot were all working. And again, that's the beauty of being a day trader as a living. You can do what you like when you like, you know. So it took me a long time to get there though, guys. Don't think you're going to do it in a week, because you're not. It takes a long time. Okay, but yes, they chat their way through it, and as I've just been saying, each morning I do a market watch, tell them exactly what it is I'm looking at, why I'm looking at it, put the strength sheets in, and then there's plenty of trade ideas, and this is the one that I'm talking about right now. So it's already posted well in advance of me going into the charts. And this is the chart of choice. It is the Aussie Swizzy. Now, it's not a market I trade a lot, and the reason being is it doesn't come into play that often. But when it does, it'll truck, but it only does 40 to 50 pips a day. So it's a slow burner. Okay, and as you can see, it's all marked out. Now this is on an hourly chart, and I'll be monitoring this predominantly on a 4-hour chart. Okay, and it just so happens that I'm at home. It's coming up to 4:45, so it's kind of the end of the night. I'm a bit early if you're working, but you could look at this later on. But let me have a look and I'll show you how it's made up. I'm looking at the daily. All right, I've already made a bias to the upside. Now there's a number of reasons as to why. One of them is the sheet that I work with, which, if you bear with me, which is this. It's already telling me the Swissie's the strongest, the Aussie's the weakest. It's telling me the rate of change, and it's pulled it out. So this is telling me which market to look at, and it's also telling me there is movement within that market. All right, it's not a direction picker, it's a movement picker. So I then come to this and I have a look at it and I think, well, that is on a royal buy up, and I have to decide whether that is now going to fully retrace down onto the tops of these, or whether or not it is going to continue on its journey. Well, at this moment in time, because that has gone into kind of a range, I'm of the theory this is going to bounce up, certainly in the short term. And when I say short term, for a swing trade over the course of the next few days. All right. So that's my game plan. I have looked at it, drop it down into a 4 hours so I can see what's going on. Well, there's a super drive, but it came down, it's rejected that level, pushed up, come back to it, and it's kind of stalling. Now, the thought in my mind is this can either push through, and if it does, it's going to come into these blocks here. But at the minute, it's holding within this one. I'm going to place an order at the top end here with a target of up there. And that is the play for the moment. If it breaks through, I won't do anything. You know, I will just leave the order, come down, and I'll wait for it to see what happens. If it's pushing through altogether, I'll wait for it to get to here and then trade it back to this one. Well, this is kind of making sense. It's really zone to zone trading. And then you put runners in and extra bits and one thing and another. But with a swing trade, it's kind of set and forget. All right. So I know what my levels are. I know what my direction is. It's all come from a full analysis, top down. And like I say, if you want to see it, as I've just showed you that video for the Scruffy squad, it shows the full analysis and how that analysis is made up. But ultimately comes down to making certain your levels are right. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. So I'll put an order here and we'll just monitor it, and it might take it even till tomorrow before it triggers, and that's it. So what I'll do is I'll monitor again in the morning, I'll monitor again at night, predominantly on a 4-hour chart, and we'll see if I'm right or wrong. Can't be any fairer than that. So, can't be any fairer than that. So let me pop an order in. And what I will say about swing trading is be conservative with your orders, and just because the hit rate isn't as high. So I'm targeting initially 30, which is just below that level, and I will revisit that each time. But initially, that is my first target point.
Isn't that logical?
Morning, guys. Hope you're well. It is currently 7:30 in the morning. Just a quick update on this to see what the situation is before we go to work, and then we'll look at it again. Maybe sometime during the day, but certainly tonight. What has happened? Am I worried? Not at this moment in time. It's kind of doing what I said it would do. It has spiked up, took it in, and come back down into this area. Just drop it onto the hour. And as you can see, I've zoned it out so I can see what's going on. And it's kind of stayed in there. Kind of, as I said, wouldn't be too surprised if it went to here. And I'm prepared to put Scruffy Madness all the way down there to bounce that thing back up. So it's kind of here, 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 here. Gets under this yellow line, kind of game over if you like. And you're wrong. But it's just world building. What's the situation? Well, as normal, I check my strength sheets each morning. 13th today, and it's still there. So the principle that I am after is still exactly the same. So catch you in a bit. Okay guys, an update on this swing trade, and as we can see, it is now triggered. It's still in the zone, so I'm not really worried about what's going to happen. It did go into profit and then it came down and came back, but the overall thesis is still the same. So if I drop that back out to a 4 hour, we can kind of see it getting ready to move up. So just let it rock on. Check it again in the morning. I did set the target here, which is basically to see if it'll brush around this area, because it sort of stumbled here and it also stumbled there, so might be a bit ambitious there. So we'll just kind of put it on the bottom of there, but that's the target point, and we'll just let it run.
No way!
Morning guys. Next morning update of our little swing trade. So here we are, 14th of April. It's been running a little bit now, so as you can see, it's now steadily working its way up. Result. It is, should be able to kind of see it, that's the 4 o'clock candle. But it's actually about 7:30. I'll just drop that down so you can see it. Should be able to see the time there, 7:30. So I'll take that back out to the hourly and the 4 hourly. As you can see, the target is there, kind of just wanting it to go above the tops of these. I'm just going to leave it to get on with it. So we'll do another update 5 o'clock tonight.
Are you serious?
Well guys, we're back for our tea time check. It's 14th of April and it's knocking on for 5:45. So fire the screens up, see where we are, and happy days. Well, there is no P&L on here. Why might that be? Because
something's come for you.
surprise number 2. Because this week I am actually on staycation because it's my birthday this week. But I haven't got anything.
Somebody had.
Have a look, see what it is. From you.
Well, I would give you tomorrow if it was from me. Who's it on?
That one. Get a grip of that! Mandalorian. Fantastic. This of you.
No. You not see on the box?
No, because it just had my name on it. And returned to Amazon. Oh,
You'll have to find out.
there you go. Just a sec. Alright, okay, still doesn't see it. Well,
I'll get rid of it, Mother.
well done, my love. Get your reward, Nevin. That is fantastic. And you will find it in the... Hold on. Yep. That'll fit up in that corner perfectly. Absolutely superb, but don't know who sent it. So whoever you are, I genuinely thank you, because somebody has read my mind. This is superb. So this is not only a good swing trading day. It's a Mandalorian day. I am well pleased with it. Hold on. We'll take it out the bag so you can see it in its glory. And I've got another one like this up here. There we go. How cool is that? Fantastic. Oh, I'm well made up with that. So wherever you are, again, thank you. I will find out and give you a shout out as soon as I can. So what was I saying? There's no P&L on the screen. So it is a good day. And before I go, I'll put it on a big camera and I'll show you that. In fact, I'll do it now. Actually, I'm quite excited. I think that's fun. Get a grip of that. How good is that? Sorry, but that's made my day. That has really made my day. Oh dear me. I'm gonna have a moment as well.
Well, hello. Ding dong.
Oh, I've had a proper moment. That was a proper Star Wars but induced moment. And it's my birthday tomorrow, so let's hope there's a proper Star Wars induced moment.
Splendid girl, and so helpful. Do you know she's been showing me how to stick the pole up?
You dirty old man.
Sorry. Right, get back to this. No P&L. There's no P&L because it came into target. And the beauty with the trade that you are seeing is it took next to no management whatsoever. And if you look at it, it has hardly gone against me because we entered down here to get to there with an overall target up here. That was the general feel of the trade. Now, I called this out, as I was saying earlier on in the video when we started this a few days ago, here on the 12th. So there you are, 4:30 on Monday the 12th. And this has done pretty much what I said it would do in that video. And this is the thing. All well and good showing trades retrospectively. This was called out 2 days ago. And hopefully the guys that are in the group that are seeing this will comment and testify that I do this on a regular basis. And that's all trading is. Trading is just finding a good, simple setup. Just one setup. And waiting. And if you're working around a day job, and it's very exciting to want to be in the markets over and over. And I know it is. And the idea, and the idea of being in and out, it is exhilarating. And when you see the moves, you sort of think to yourself, well, I got in there and I got out here. Oh, I'll be mega rich. But it doesn't always work that way. In fact, the more you're in the markets, the more you're at risk of the market. And the market can be incredibly cruel. And the only way to tame the beast is to calm it down. Less is more. And what happens with a trade like this, less is more, is the sense that you are waiting longer for your trades. In other words, you might wait 2 or 3 days to get a setup, but the payout is bigger, as you've just seen here, because that was just a $5 a point and it paid a good amount. Now, if you've got that into a break-even situation, you could then open up another one and you can build up a portfolio. Less is more. And you only put the next one in when one cannot lose. When you're day trading, the principle is the same, but you are just taking less trades throughout the day. Now, as I've told you guys many times before, I look for 1, 2 trades at best a day, and then I manage them. Less is more. And I'll keep repeating that because it's genuinely the way forward. if you're scalping in and out, in and out, in and out, thinking you're catching all the waves, you might do it once or twice, but to do it consistently is incredibly difficult. And it's normally the road to ruin. So that kind of concludes the video. I am absolutely made up, because not only has the trade come into play, and I'd have shown you it even if it hadn't, I got that as well. Oh, that's mint, that. Oh. So, whoever you are, thank you again. And to all of you, keep well. As always, do what you love, and the money will fall. See you all in the next one.